Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Piera and today we're talking about Seven Blades in Black by Sykes. Now I know what you're thinking. Piera, the fuck is that? I'm telling you, it gets better, okay? She's ugly on the outside, but she's full of heart on the inside. I too was guilty of judging a book by its cover and not wanting to read this book because of this cover. Now there's nothing inherently wrong with this cover, it's just not a very appealing cover and it has really nothing to do with what's on the inside. So I digress, let's get into it. So Seven Blades in Black by Sykes is this weird sort of Mad Max meets mages thing. It's an adult fantasy in which we follow Sal the Cacophony as she hunts down and kills the list of people who have wronged her. It's very Arya Stark style list, but considering how much we love Nevernight, we don't compare women with lists because they're usually right. This book was on my TBR, but it wasn't like immediately pressing on my TBR because I was like, I don't know anything about it. I didn't really look into it and the cover honestly put me off until I was looking for female-female relationship recommendations and this came up and I was like, oh, I didn't know it was gay. Turns out it's super gay, my favorite. This book heavily features a female-female romance. I believe Sal is a bisexual because we are also introduced to her past lover who is a man. So in this weird sort of burnt out world, you have mages and you have nulls or just humans. And in this world, the Empress has given birth to a null son. So essentially the next emperor in line will be a human with no magic, and that does not sit well for the mages. So a couple years ago there was this rebellion, they all rose up, they kind of all split and kind of went in their weird separate ways, and there's like desolate wastelands and all of that sort of stuff, which I probably missed. Look, I missed a lot of the world building because I was so excited by Sal the Cacophony as a character. This is now one of my favorite books of the year, of all time. I think it's great. There are cliches in the book, there are, you know, it gets a bit predictable sometimes, but it's still so fucking good, and I think what makes it so fucking good is Sal. Sal, I know, is gonna be one of those characters people either love Sal like I do, or they're gonna hate her and she's gonna put a really sour taste in people's mouths. Like I said, don't give a fuck what you think. Sal the Cacophony is 10 out of 10. She's very reminiscent of characters that I love, such as Mia, such as Lila Bard, just those really no bullshit characters just getting the shit done. The only problems that I had with Sal were just her very much woe is me, I'm broken, love can't fix me, woe is me sort of vibe. I mean, we kind of, like, when we finally find out her story, I'm a little more sympathetic to it, but a large part of me is just like, bitch, you can't be such a badass and then be like, oh, I'm broken and no one loves me, I don't deserve love. Like, just honey, do you. But regardless, I thought it was fucking sick. The magic system is also really cool. Like, there are a bunch of different kinds of mages. All of these mages kind of, there was a tithe to be paid for their magic. They didn't just have this ability. There was always a price to pay for the use of their abilities and kind of the variety of what it was. You've got like your siege mages who are just always, you know, like, strong, is essentially strong arms. Like wind, these aren't the proper words, but like mask mages, door mages, all these sorts of different mages that are like elements and just a variety of different powers that they have. And then you've got this very specific, very rare kind of mage called a prodigy who don't have any sort of tithe for the magic they can control. So those ones are like revered and obviously very feared. Oh, look at me, I'm a rap god. And then there's this weird, Sal gets her name from this gun called the Cacophony, which is like this weird dragon. Here's some fan art of Sal with the Cacophony, which I thought was great when I found it. It's this gun that it's obviously like a magic gun, and I feel like I've missed it. I read Seven Blades in Black so quickly that I think I missed what the actual gun was, like the bargain that they struck, which they talk about a lot. It's essentially this gun that can shoot, like you can kind of create the bullets that go in it to do a certain thing. It's like, you know how you've got like fire arrows and ice arrows and destruction arrows, it's that but bullets. So that kind of gives it this weird steampunky vibe. Of course, there's the war between like good and evil, nulls and mages. The story is told kind of through flashback. It's Sal has been captured and she's on trial for a bunch of different things and she's about to be put to death, so she's retelling her story. So that's how we kind of get past and present, and then it all kind of comes together at the end. And I'm just really fucking excited for book 2. I went and read the novella, which is The Gallows Black, which is a prequel to Seven Blades in Black, but I would recommend reading Seven Blades in Black first. But it's the relationship between Sal and Liette at the beginning, like how they meet, how they fall in love and that sort of stuff, which was so sweet. Like, I love them. I love that Liette, like, you've got your scary, tough, feral love interest, and then you've got your soft, careful, caring, healing love interest, and when they go together, usually like one overpowers the other. But this is such a perfect mix of both. Liette has such balls. Sal has such balls. I really, really liked this book. Like I said, it's a bit cliche, there's a bit tropey, but I mean, it's overall, I liked it so much because of Sal's voice, I guess, the narration. There are sometimes it's annoying, like they repeats the same thing, or it's very kind of like, okay, I get it, you said it, or I don't know, like it's not the best written book, it's not my favorite book, but it was still a really fucking good book. And if you love adult fantasy as much as I love adult fantasy, and if you struggle to find good adult fantasy because you've read pretty much fucking everything else, I definitely recommend getting over judging this book by its cover and reading Seven Blades in Black by Sam Sykes. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you've read Seven Blades in Black, or when you read it, let me know what you think about it. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye!